What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and I'm back with some new Ultraman stuff. Ultraman Decker has just started, and this is his new transformation device. I got the biggest set I could, which comes with the D-Flasher Ultraman the Dimension Card holder, 11 Dimension cards, along with the 3 promo Dimension cards, along with the vinyl promo collection cards. So 15 whole cards will be shown in this video. This might be a long one. Giving the warning just now. It comes with, obviously, monster cards, ultra cards. I will be showing those off in a little bit. I will show you those cards. We got Wyndham, Meculus, and Aguera from the capsule monsters from Ultra 7 on here, because those are cards you obviously get. You get Ultraman Decker himself, both in Flash type and Strong type. Also, this set is going by many different names. Honestly, I've checked several websites and they all had a different name. What I usually hear these called are like the Ultraman Decker Ultra Narikiri, like strongest Narikiri set. Like this specifically is called the strongest for whatever reason. Like all of those have had it consistently when I've seen it. But then like on one website it's the strongest impersonator set. On Amazon Japan it said it was called the Ultraman Decker complete set or strongest complete set. Sometimes just complete. It was weird, bunch of different translations. Some I've just found it be calling the D-Flasher and card holder set, and it goes by many names, but it gives you all the stuff. Dimension card set 1 gives you the holder, so this will probably be a little bit until my next Decker review, because this is pretty much the whole first wave. So you get the three ultra cards that come with the set, which aren't even all of them, but you get that. They go in the D-Flasher. You get the Mons cards in there. I think the top is just showing all the cards again. On the side is the D-Flasher with our main character and a QR code that's probably just the instructions of how you use it, which is probably just their video. You get the Ultra Dimension stuff for all the things that you could do in it, how to use the clip, and it can go on your belt. You got the monster cards. You got the sword, which isn't out yet, and the arcade game that you can use it with, which I cannot take advantage of, or get the exclusive cards that go from the arcade machine. I hope I can get my hands on some of them, but I don't know. Yeah. And overall, this does take 3 AAA batteries. And overall, the D-Flasher is very much based off Dyna's Live Flasher, Re-Flasher. I've seen many different things, but like with Dyna, it was handheld. So this one's really interesting because it has a handle and everything. So, yeah, we're going to take a look at the holder with the cards first, and then we will get into the main event that is the D-Flasher. And overall, this is one of the first times I've really just gotten this without looking into these before, and honestly, it's mostly because I'm a huge Dyna fan and I love the Dyna references. So, you know, I just thought, let's jump in. I'm gonna do videos on it because I'm getting them anyway. So, let's have some fun and look at the card holder first. Get the big box out of here. And here is the Ultra card holder, and the whole reason I kind of got this set and I'm doing it all in one video is because there's really not a whole lot to talk about when you're doing just card sets or just this, so it's like I just thought it would be more fun to do this one in all one, because, you know, there was one big pack, so why not do it? So yeah, you got beautiful metallic blue for like the color, which looks like his color timer, which is awesome. You get these like stickers or paint, I'm not quite sure. I want to say this is stickers. For the galaxy pattern, you get the belt clip, Got Bandai. You get the button filled with dimension cards. We will show those off in a second. And yeah, that's the holder. It's a nice silver holder. You can put this on any belt, so that's nice. So I do appreciate that I still have plenty of room in there for more dimension cards. That's appreciated. That means I still at least maybe have 15 more, so you could fit maybe 30 of these in here. So we're going to end up seeing. And you just close it up. You can plop them out. And we're going to take a look at the dimension cards. First up, obviously. And I have these in number order currently. Except for apparently Z is backwards. And the numbering is kind of weird. So we will take a look first at Ultraman Decker. This is not the promotional one. I will show the differences in that in a little bit. But you got Ultraman Decker. You obviously have some stats for the arcade game in an element. I will get to the elements in a little bit. You get the barcode, which apparently this is the same barcode system as the Decker driver for Kamen Rider Decade. And some of these cards do work in the Deca driver, but Deca driver things often, very rarely work in the D-Flasher, so that's weird. And you look at the back, you get the Galaxy effect, and this is obviously what you're going to see from the D-Flasher, more game stuff. This is probably the barcode the game reads. And then you have that, and you got Made in China. And it's pretty standard, like decent, like trading card game card stock. So that's nice. Like they're not flimsy. Like I don't think like these are gonna get like ruined, but these are still paper, so it'd still be like, do not get these wet. Which if you're trying to get cards wet, who the hell are you? Unless you have those plastic Decade cards, which is nice. So put that one off to the side. Next up, we obviously have Strong type, different element, different level. Obviously, it's just a different form. And I do like how these cards look a lot. I like the backs especially. Got all of that. So, there's Strong type. Next up is the stuff from the holder set, which is Mechulus. One of Ultra 7's capsule monsters. Next is Aguera, which I want to say this was the least used Ultra Capsule Kaiju in the show, Ultra 7. Like, I remember him using Wyndham and Mechulus a lot. I barely remember him using this guy. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. So, we'll see. We'll see. We got, obviously, Wyndham, Ultraman Z fan favorite from even Ultra 7. He's been in a lot of shows, so gotta respect Wyndham. He's got a white, and he's kind of lumining you in space. Again, you get that sparkly plastic paper. Next, we are going into the cards from Ultra Dimension Card Set 1, which starts with Ultraman Z, which is really cool. I like that we have Z right away, and we got obviously that, his stats, him looping over us in space, more stuff I can't really read, so that's cool. And next up, we obviously have to have Zero, Ultraman Zero, and yeah, looks good. Got some pretty good stats. Got the back. I don't know what any of this does. Oh, I think those are his, like his height and stuff, maybe. Also, I wanted to show this off. You see the little logo down there is the same as the Ultraman orb card symbols. I think that's really cool that they use the same card symbols. Like, I even have other examples. I know, like, Trigger's card has the same logo element emblem down there, which I think that's just kind of cool. So, yeah. Also, there's a comparison between it and a fusion card. They are about the same size, but this one's way thicker. This one hasn't like an NFC chip or something in it. So, yeah, there's that. Thought I'd show that off. So, yeah, there's Ultraman Zero. Oh yeah, you got my boy Belial. I love Belial. And I like that he's an Ultra Dimension card instead of a Mons Dimension card, which are the red ones. So, you know, because they go back and forth. It's like sometimes they have even Ultraman Belial still be labeled a monster, like how they did in Trigger, but then, and like X and stuff, because he got like a Cyber Monster card, but then he's labeled as an Ultraman sometimes, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, he looks really good. Got all them beefy points. Look at all of those points. Got his darkness logo. Got him looming over you in space, being like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like, I like this card. Next up, you got Sevenger, or Sevenger. Another fan favorite as of recently, especially if you watched Ultraman Z. He's going in for a victory. Yeah! Got his stats. Got him in the back in a fire dimension. You get the first monster from the first episode of Decker in Spherosaurus. And don't that look neat? Also, like, they put, like, reflective in his eyes, so that's kind of cool. So, like, if you get the eye right, he starts, like, glowing, so that's pretty cool. He's got that. He's got all his stats. He's looming in white space. So, yeah. There's that. Also, they all have been going in numerical order so far, so, like, Sevenger was, like, TD9, he's TD10, and that is how the card order has been in general. Like, you see it's like TD4, 9, 8, so it's like, there's really no, like, number jumping, like in something like Sentai, so, like, the cards are just going in numerical order as they're being released. So, like, Miracle Type's going to be, like, 14, 15 or something like that, who knows. So, moving on, we got Sphere Gomera, which is another monster. He looks pretty good. He's got yellow, got some good stats, I think. I don't know. And he's right over there. Next up, we have the 4 promo cards that I have in my collection so far. Mostly because these 3 came with it, and this I did that quick review on, and I said I would be doing it in this video. So, here is the promo one, which says PR01, which, see, they have different numbering. This is obviously a promo one, but, like, when you look at the art, it looks almost exactly the same. The stats are slightly different. His 2 6s are now 5s, and his 5 is now 6. And if you look at the backs, yeah, those are definitely, like, his height stats, like how tall he is and stuff. Like, they're on the back. Also, the promo one has a pink barcode, as do a white one, so that's an interesting thing. But other than that, so there are differences. This isn't gonna give you the same phrases as this one. These have 2 different barcodes, so we will see that in the D-Flasher momentarily. So, let's get into the promo cards that came with the D-Flasher, with Ultraman in his brother's mantle, and this is a really cool card. I like the back. You get all the gold, as to the silver, which is really cool. Another really awesome one is the Bellorock with Zet. Or Bellorock, however you like to call it. Yeah, I like that. I like this card. I like that Bellorock's on it. Got Zet. So yeah. And last but not least, we have Ultraman Trigger with the Trigger sword thing. So that's cool. He's the last. He's PR04. He's got the light thing. And he has a gold back. So, now that we've looked at the cards, I will show you real quick. Just open that up. You can just plop them in there, and there's that, and that's for the Ultra Dimension cards. So, let's bring in the D-Flasher, and we will get this show on the road. And here it is. Here's the D-Flasher. And this is a very interesting design, mostly because Dyna's Re-Flasher, Lee-Flasher, Lie-Flasher, whatever you want to call it, his transformation device was also just really weird because it was a very similar concept where it almost just looked like a brown stone that like had Dyna's face on it that could switch blade up, which you can still do in this one. But I like that you have to pull the little chin into having his like crystal thing like that's on his forehead pop up, but then it leaves you with this huge chasm because it has to have the flipping gimmick, which I like that there's even detailings on the inside of this, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, no, that nice metallic paint all over, like especially this silvery the face and the blue, which I like this blue a lot, honestly. The blue and red. Got the button, got the speaker, got where the cards go. This is where the batteries go. Just get like a pen or something. You can pop that and you can do this. On and off switch. Back obviously has the screw holes. So yeah, that's what the D-flasher is. Which, by the way, I like doing that. Like this is, I get entertainment out of that. So let's turn it on and see what we can do. Get that startup sound. Nothing happens if you flip the blade out. And it goes into standby mode. Like you... Oh. So yeah, it goes into standby mode no matter what, even if you flip it. Which I was actually interested to find that there's two different LED sections. Like, so this part and this part are two different LED sections. So that's neat. So, let's get a dimension card in here. So let's start off with the first one with Ultraman Decker, Flash type. And you got that. You got Decker on the side here, obviously. And you get the crystal, and if you hit the button, lights up. Lights up purple. Get his attack sound. And sadly, you only get one attack sound per card. So that's kind of a bummer. But there are some cool attack sounds. So that's the one for Flash type. And that's pretty much it. Also, do you like that they got it to perfectly... And I know this is how they engineered it, but like they're like, oh yeah, just cover up all the card gobbledygook so we don't have to worry about it. So, you pull it out. It's that easy. And let's get to the next card. Ultraman Decker, Strong type. And I like the LEDs that they did for that, where it's like one went orange and then the other one would stay red and like almost like go back and forth and switching between them. And I thought that's honestly really cool. Got Strong type creeping into you from space. You get a unique attack sound, but you get Decker's grunt. Now let's move on to our first Mons Dimension card with Meculus. We now get a red LED, and it does announce that it is no longer an Ultra Dimension, but a Mons Dimension. I like the voice on this a lot, honestly. Like, I know some people have their problems with this voice. I personally like it. And often the LED does it's just whatever color it is on the back with this little space part, so he gets a green LED. And that's Meculus. Next up is Aguera. Oh, something went wrong. Good. Oh no, I dropped it. Good old Wyndham is next. Get his attack sound. Next up is Ultraman Z. Oh, I forgot to... And you get Zets or like standard like transformations jingle when he was either just using the card or it would be like small. And you get his special Spacium beam, his Zetstium beam. So that's really cool. Next up is Ultraman Zero. The thing first. Oh, didn't like Zero. Hit it. Hit. Ooh, it is lighter blue. That's cool.
Ultraman Zero.
That's Ultraman Zero's card. It's one of Zero's many attacks. Next up is Belial. He's looming. His battle attack is really long. Next up, we got Scavenger. I don't know why I enjoyed Scavenger's sound so much, but it's so... just sounds like he's coughing up a lung or something. Scavenger's just a little robot that could. Next up is Spherosaurus. It sounds like it's saying Cepheus Zeus. Like, I don't know. That doesn't sound like Spherosaurus to me. But, you know, it is what it is. Kept stomping around. That's all he really gets. Next up is Sphere Gomera. What? Kind of just another stompy sound with a roar and explosion. Next up is the promo cards, which we're going to start off with the Ultraman Decker Flash type promo card. If I hit the button, gotta hit the button first, me. And you get a little added in phrase at the end, but that's the same attack. Honestly, if you put this one in here, the only way you're going to tell which one it is by telling the barcode right here up on the top. So, yeah, you do get that one new added phrase, but this is one of those promo cards where I'd say if you didn't get it free for your vinyl, don't lose your sleep over missing this one. But the same can't be said about the next three, because I think the next three are honestly pretty cool. Like, and it kind of is a bummer that these are bonuses, but it's kind of cool that they're bonuses. So, let's start off with Ultraman with the Brothers Mantle. Says it's Brother's Mantle, and it's cool that you get that classic beta capsule sound, but when you do the attack, I love Taro's grunt. You get all 6 Ultra Brothers for the attack sound, which I think is really cool. So, yeah. That's really cool. And so that's what makes this card, I think, pretty cool. I think it's cool that you get all 6 Ultra Brothers. Next up, we get Zet with Bellarok. Oh. I love that. I love that it asks you to chant his name still. And this one doesn't really tell you, you know, like, it doesn't say, like, oh, with Bellarok or anything. But it's cool that it asks, Zet comes out and asks you to chant his name, which I love that. I love it when any toys do that. So it's cool that this card does it, but it's also weird that the other card doesn't, but it also makes this one more cool as a promo. Because at least we still have an Ultraman Zet that gives us his regular sound and his Zetsumi and Ray, but when you hit the attack button on this one, you get Bellarok! You get the Bellarok attack sound, which is really cool. I really think this is a really cool card. Like I said, it's just a ton of fun. So, let's get the last card in here with Ultraman Trigger. And I think it's really cool that it does give you his pre-transformation phrase, so that's a ton of fun. That it does his Ultraman Trigger phrase, so you know that's really cool. And honestly, if that's how the promos go, that's pretty cool. Honestly, I will try to get more as I can, and hit the button. And those are all the Ultra cards I have to show you. Overall, I think honestly these are a ton of fun. I think these 3 promo cards, if you can get them, especially if you can get them like how I did off Amazon Japan, and just be like, yes, I would just like to buy the set that came with these 3 cards, it makes them honestly kind of easy to get, but like that's not going to be forever. So, because I imagine a lot of collectors are going to want these promo cards. So, I hope you guys have good luck with that. Overall, I do like the Dimension cards. They all look really cool. And it's kind of a bummer that there's only 1 sound per card, but it honestly feels like they want you to be collecting a lot of cards, and collecting cards isn't that expensive, so I'm fully in to collect some cards. I'm excited. I'm honestly really liking the D-Flasher a lot. Honestly, part of it is just being able to do that. Like, I like that a lot, honestly. And like I said, I have a huge Dyna bias. I think it feels good in the hand. And yeah, I really like the D-Flasher. But if it's still not as great as something like the Zetrizer or the Orb Ring. And it's kind of similar to the Trigger Sparklance, to where on its own it's kind of okay. And if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I almost forgot to bring, in comparison, here is the Sparklance in Blaster mode. And in Lance mode, I guess? Which, alright. That's not bad. Pew pew. Boop boop. I'm gonna stab you with the horn. But yeah, I overall do really like the D-Flasher. I can recommend it if it's your thing, especially if you're liking Decker so far. I can recommend it. I think it's a ton of fun and a solid toy, honestly. Like, it's definitely something that's expecting you to collect more cards, and if you can't commit to card collecting, pass on it. Like, I think overall, I don't know how deep I'm going to go, but I'll get all the ones that I can, especially if I can just easily get them. But, you know, I'm not going to go full hard into it because that would include, like, the arcade game, and I can't get arcade games cards easily. So, overall, I think this is a fun toy. I like it a lot. It's something I can't wait to come back to, and especially as we get, like, power-ups. Like, how are power-up items going to factor into this? Like, I know the sword's going to have connectivity with the cards, so I can't wait. There's going to be some fun toys down the pipeline, and I'm definitely going to be covering them. Because, you know, it's just something fun I wanted to do. And overall, I am liking the show, and I am liking this toy. So, that's a plus side for both of these. So, what do you guys think of the I almost said Sparklance. What do you guys think of the D-Flasher? Do you guys like it? I'm about to say, how do you guys feel about the voice? What do you think about the functionality? Is this not your thing? I don't know. I do like that they have the window for the card. I think the paint is good. Like, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Like, what are your guys' thoughts on this thing? I know it's really weird. I do know it's really weird. But, yeah, overall, I really do dig it. I hope you guys leave your thoughts in the comments, both on this, and maybe even how you guys are feeling about Decker so far overall. So yeah, what do you guys think of the Decker? I'm overall enjoying it, but we'll see. So, I hope to come back for not only more, Decker videos, but I hope you guys stay tuned to whatever I do next. Thank you so much for watching, and until whatever's next. Bye.